Great Power Competition with Russia, a Case Study. The Secretary of Defense, James Mattis, announced that great power competition, not terrorism, is now the primary focus of U.S. national security. What is this national security dilemma? John Hertz coined the term security dilemma to describe the condition in which states, unsure of one another's intentions, arm for the sake of security, and in doing so, set a vicious circle in motion. Here, Russia is building up its nuclear proliferation and military, which also includes cyber warfare. This worries the U.S. about their own intentions. This also creates global competition versus a global community. Russia is seeking to fill a U.S. military power vacuum left in Syria and establish a strong diplomatic and military influence in the region.
The Open Skies Treaty is a case of security dilemma. Waltz mentions how if two great powers are not being able to oversee what each other is doing with their military, causes fear between both powers. Therefore, both of the great powers are more likely to become protective and upgrade their militaries. The possibility of a sneak attack could occur without the Open Skies Treaty.
In addition, the U.S. has had great concern about Russia being able to fly over U.S. territory, and President Trump feels pressured to abandon the Open Skies Treaty in order to protect U.S. territories from Russian spy planes. Russia has restricted U.S. flights over the Russian territory Kaliningrad, located next to Georgian conflict zones, a country which the U.S. has attempted to make peaceful relations with. This also shows Hertz's description of security dilemma as an instrument of each state's intentions.
In order to identify a great power, or a pole, Waltz uses the capabilities of the size of population, territory, resource endowment, economic capability, military strength, political stability, and competence. Cyber warfare has increased Russia's military capability, which is a dilemma that Waltz could not have anticipated, and this has led to a decreased importance on the other ranking capabilities, such as the size of the population. Russia's increased technological capabilities have led to a potential multipolar system. This deters the international community away from a bipolar system, which Waltz advocates as the most stable. The multipolar system would create imbalance through the potential for alliances and military interdependence.
Russia is trying to come back as a major power, such as the 2008 intervention in Georgia, but they're also financially relying on China. Furthermore, joint military exercises have pushed scholars to predict a Russia-China alliance could be feasible in upcoming years. In conclusion, from these examples, we can see how Waltz's theory applies to a real-world example. Russia, in its most recent actions, has been attempting to reclaim a title as a great power. This has caused tension with the United States, its longtime competitor, as it expands diplomatically and militarily into Asia and the Middle East. Moreover, as Russia becomes more and more ubiquitous for cyber attacks, it will change the nature of the game, which Waltz attempts to describe and predict in his theory. Time can only tell what will rise from the tensions caused by Russia's expansion into diplomacy and military as it vies to become a great power once more.